All right. I think we're recording. We're recording? Good.
It says
Sounds
recording.
good. Wonderful. How's it going? Welcome to episode 2 of Lockdown with Kabeezy and Friends, and what a special episode this is. It took us 10 minutes just to get started because all we were doing is reminiscing on all the great times we're missing right now. We have my two favorite people in the world. It was like we should have started. We have the man that I call the GOAT, Greg Wilson. People always ask me why I call him the GOAT.
You're too nice. You're the GOAT.
Funniest guy I've met, Greg. You're one of the best people I've met. Star of many commercials, many shows. Ghosted. You almost saved that show. You did your best.
I
tried. So much
you
can do, Greg. You were great. But give it up for Greg.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at Greg Wilson, one of my favorite comedians, and of course the Teflon Dom of Las Vegas, Gabe Lopez.
That's right. Yeah.
The man, the myth, the guy that runs the best comedy show in America every Friday, Dirty at 12:30 over at the South Point, Mr. Gabe Lopez. How's it going, guys? You guys doing well?
Hi, guys. I'm excited to be here. I miss your stupid faces.
Oh, that's.
I miss you so much, buddy. I want to just get in the car and just drive to Vegas.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, we'll risk it all
and make barbecue.
Oh my God, the best. For somebody anybody that doesn't know, I mean, Gabe has the best parties in his backyard with the pool, the best food, and the best company you could ever ask for.
Thanks, guys. Now people are going to be looking up my address. Appreciate that. Appreciate the kudos.
In case you were wondering, Gabriel Lopez is a pretty common name, so you want the one that's on Manticourt Drive. That's the one you're looking for. So don't mix it up. There's a lot of Lopez's. It's not an apartment. It's a fucking mini mansion. So just make sure you get the right Gabe Lopez.
Get the right Gabe Lopez. All of welcome. Dick. He is a dick. He fucking nailed your address like a dick. I just need to give the numbers. I know the quarantine is making it rough right now. It's
definitely not 1638. It's definitely not 1638.
Are you serious?
I'm waiting for Wilson to show his phone. This is the Google Maps. This is the Google Maps. So just take a look at it there.
It's a gated community. You're fine.
You said you're fine. Gated community? Was that it? That is hilarious. Oh, my God. Like, Gabe Lopez needs more comedians to bother him. You know what I'm saying? Jesus.
Thanks, buddy.
So I want to ask you guys a few questions. I know the quarantine's killing all of us. I'll start with Greg real quick. Greg, I mean, you were working your ass off. I mean, you are murdering it. You're in a lot of shows, a lot of commercials. The Progressive commercial is on every goddamn week. I see it all the time. But I guess what is the quarantine has affected you personally and professionally? I mean, I know everything went to a halt, but like, what is the hardest thing about dealing with the quarantine right now as a professional working comedian that took a long time to get to where you are, and you're just peaking and shit like this happens? Like, how does that affect you mentally and professionally?
Peaking?
Well, I think the hardest, exactly. I had a long way to go. I was trending up. I would say I was trending up.
Yeah, you were trending up. We'll say trending up. I'm sorry, not peaking was a bad word. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Greg, you're going this way now, buddy.
Greg, at this point, there was nowhere to go but down. So for you, this was the next natural step. This is exactly where you were going.
Worst word you gotta use. Sorry. So what is it like now? Like, it's just like, tell me how it's affecting you.
Gabe.
Is there a question for? I don't know what's happening.
Go ahead.
Okay,
so how's it affecting you personally right now?
I'll go. Okay, here we go. For me, the hardest part, of course, is the guilt. And that's because all of this is completely my fault. Anytime my career is going well, the economy crashes. I mean, that's what happens. So it's my fault for actually getting work again.
Yeah.
The last time it happened was 2006. I had just done a movie. I had just done a bunch of television appearances as a comedian. I had everything going. And then, of course, the Great Recession, everything fell apart, the banking thing, all of it. That's when the last time things really fell to shit. And that was because my career was going well. And it didn't recover until 2 years ago. And of course, it finally got going again. And here we are. So I'm sorry, America.
So
it's all my fucking fault.
So Gabe, from what I understand, the fate of the world really relies on his career. So the harder we hold him down, the better it is for everybody else.
His failure is our success, is what I'm gathering from this conversation.
I can't.
It's true. If I succeed, the world, look what I did to the planet. I stopped the planet to ruin my career.
It's gonna be Armageddon when he gets his own movie. We'll be all like, good news for Greg. I'm like, listen, yeah, you need to get a lot of bottled water because I've seen this fucking shit before.
It's time for toilet paper. Greg's got a starring role.
Yeah, Greg just sold the script. Listen, we need a script on the ground immediately.
I know how true this is. If I make a movie, I heard Greg booked a movie with Adam Sandler. Fuck, that means the Russians are about to invade.
It'll be the last fucking movie anybody ever sees, isn't it, Greg?
It will.
That's great, dude. And Gabe, for you, man, you run the most successful comedy show in Las Vegas. Dirty for 12:30, by far the best show, I think, in America. How has this been affecting you and just the show in general and the employees? It's got to be like, this is depressing. I can't even imagine. Please explain.
Dude, it's so many. It's part. There was a time where I'm feeling sorry for myself, and there's a time I'm feeling sorry for my friends. Because there's so much income loss with all our friends. Entertainment got hit the hardest, and it's going to be the hardest to get entertainment back. Like I live in Vegas, and I've driven down the Strip, and it literally looks like Vegas went out of business. That's how. Picture the most horrible thing, like even from that Resident Evil movie where it's like it's all a post-apocalyptic thing. Not too far from that. Like I'm not exaggerating. It looks like our little town went out of business, and we're just dying. We're just dying for the blood to get back in our veins again. But to be able to drive down the Strip, and you can go as fast on the Strip as you can on the freeway. That's how empty the Strip is at any time during the day.
God, that does sound depressing, man.
So it's just hard. And like you guys, I just want to get back to work. I just want to get back to work. Would you guys know how to do a set right now? Like a real solid, you got 400 people in front of you. It's been what, 2.5 months, almost 3 months for me.
Jeez.
There's going to be some rust.
And this is the show that you've been doing every
I got to
week.
tell you, I've actually been editing. I was going to say, I've been editing, like, I have all the stand-up footage from all these shows for several years that I've never edited because it's a pain in the fucking ass and it takes forever. But I've started doing it, and it's so funny because I'm running into bits, and I'm like, oh, that's right.
That's true, right? As a comedian, you're taking this time to look at yourself, and you're trying to like, yeah, exactly. That's a positive.
And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I did that bit. Oh, there's a bit. Oh yeah, that one. But I got to tell you, at the same time, I mean, I love doing it. I realize how much I have in there that nobody else really got to see. But it does take most of the day because now you got to put the subtitles on it, and so to cut one little clip takes 4 or 5 hours. That's
true. So that's what you've been doing on your downtime, looking through other stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, that's crazy. But acting wise, that's a great. And then for Greg, real quick, I mean, you're a lot of your bread and butter comes from all of the acting gigs and shit you get casted for that you're fucking murdering it on. I mean, the stash makes the cash, right? But like, so I guess saying that. Yes, I'm gonna.
Stash makes cash, baby.
We play poker every day, and that's his goddamn screen name. I gotta stare at that every day. I'm like, the cash, man. But
that's my handle. Stash makes cash.
It's the best, bro. It's the best. And then some people like my friends are playing against you. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, he's the GOAT. Relax. But but Greg, like, so acting is kind of shut down for right now. But like, I guess my question is like, do you miss acting more or do you miss stand up more right now? And you can't compare just hanging out with friends either. Just the actual being on stage rather than being on set. What do you miss most?
Definitely, it's going to be stand-up. Stand-up is a far more visceral experience than trying to repeat something over and over again with the same energy as if you've never said it before. So they're just, I mean, in terms of the experience, in terms of the emotional outpour, it's so much. Stand-up kicks acting's ass, especially when you're comparing it not to theatrical acting, but to television and film acting, where it's like, stop, let's do it again. Oh, you guys, you know what? Sit down for 15 minutes while you move the cameras. It's the exact same thing again. So, I mean, it's definitely, I mean, there's nothing like doing stand-up, man, when you really get that crowd rocking. You know that, man. When it's really hot and you're just whipping it, you're like, yeah. I mean, come on, man. It's the best.
I gotta ask you because I have nothing to compare it to because I've been in nothing. So, like, My answer is stand up too. I'd say stand up over nothing. But that's fine. That's a good answer.
Welcome to Nothing with Kabir Singh with Greg Wilson and Gabe Lopez.
Yeah, I'm blaming the coronavirus on my whole career, but like that only lasted 5 months. No, I'm telling you, man, it was a fucking virus. I've been doing comedy for a decade. It was the virus. But yeah, that's a really good answer. That's true. And Gabe, I can imagine how much it sucks not running the Dirty at 12:30. But you know, a lot of comedians, I mean, really look up to you and look forward to your shows. I mean, you get people asking you when you're gonna, like, this is the worst question that Gabe's probably getting right now, is like, when's the next show? I mean, you got hundreds of dirty birds that are asking you, when's the next show? When's the show? And it's out of your hands. How do you feel when somebody asks you that? And what do you tell them?
I'm basically on their side when people will ask me like, hey, when's the? It's like, is it Dirty coming back? And I'm just like, I hope so. Cross my fingers, you know. Like, I want it to come back too. They're like, hey, brother, I really miss the Dirty. Me too. I fucking miss the Dirty. It's like I miss hanging out. And then we had a new production that was starting. You guys were included on it. Like just right before this started, I'd signed a deal with the San Manuel Casino in California.
That's right.
So that was going to be, we were going to be doing Thursday night gigs together and Friday night gigs together. And I was close to locking down a Saturday night gig. And I do it just to hang out with my buddies, just so I know, hey, I got Kabir next week. Hey, I got Greg Wilson next week. I don't, from a producer host standpoint, you guys are gold that it's a no-brainer. I don't have to work. Once you're on stage, once I bring Greg Wilson or Kabeezy up on stage, my work is done. I'm going to go get drunk at the bar because I know what you guys bring to the table. The newer, younger cats, I got to fucking pay attention to those guys. What are you doing there, buddy? What's going on there? And that's hard. That's the hard part.
And I'm going to do a follow-up question to you, Greg, just because you mentioned that, Gabe, real quick. It's just so a lot of comedians always try to figure out, like, how to get on the Dirty at 12:30. I know asking you and bothering you is not the fucking thing to do. But what is your process? I know, trust me, man. I mean, I can't imagine. I do shitty shows at Tommy T's every Wednesday in the Bay Area, and I'm getting annoyed by these people. I can't imagine running the best show in goddamn in the West Coast every Friday and have people, you know. No, I love Tommy T's, by the way. Tommy T's, you're cool. I'm just saying the show sucks that I run is what I meant to say. My fault. That's on me, Tommy. They're a sponsor too. I don't know why I said that.
Tommy, I'm available on Wednesdays. Greg and I are available on Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, I wish they give us Tuesdays, buddy. Tuesdays. Let's not get crazy. But so what is the process? So like you regularly, how do you get on the Dirty at 12:30? Is it generally just word of mouth by other comics that you trust, or like you don't want people to just come up to you and ask for a set, right? That's got to be annoying as fuck.
Yeah, no, it's more comics have common sense, so they're nice. They'll just make their presence known. Hey, Gabe. It's like, you know, we've met before, or if I've had them up on a show, hey, Gabe, I just want to let you know I'm here in case you need me, and they disappear. That's the best way to fucking do it. But
there we go. We got it out there finally.
Like, I'll give you guys a perfect example. This is probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing the Dirty, and I counted 31 comics in the green room. 31 comics in the green room. Three of those comics were Christopher Titus, Carlos Mencia, and Pablo Francisco. Now the reason. And still, there was one young kid doing comedy, maybe a year or two, and coming up to me, yo, Gabe, you got a spot for me? And I just turn his ass around. I'm like, would you put you up if you had the choice of this fucking talent?
Damn. I think balls for somebody even to do that.
Yeah, and it was just the most like he just didn't comprehend that unfortunately there is a food chain, and where do you fall in? You know, I may be higher up. I may be higher up in Vegas, but I'm fucking shitting in New Mexico. But I know where I fall on the food chain, and I know where my strengths are, and I know where my weaknesses are. You know, can I rock 20 minutes? Yeah. Can I headline Albuquerque? No, I'm not going to sell a lot of tickets.
Yeah, I mean that's actually the best answer that I've ever heard for any question. Actually, I mean that's very true. Some people like Greg, when you were up and coming, I mean, I'm sure that you understood, you know, building it up, and like you weren't bugging people for sets and shit like that. Because I never beg people for sets at all. But like Greg, like when you were coming up though, you probably understood the whole situation as well. Like your first time headlining Dirty at 12:30, what was that about? Like,
I mean, yeah, it was.
And Greg was referred to me. Corey and Chad, the Smash Brothers, referred Greg Wilson to me. I never knew who Greg Wilson was.
Yeah, what's a better referral than those guys? Those masks.
Yeah. And same thing with Kabeezy. Yeah. I got introduced to you. I think you were in the World Series of Comedy, and Tina was taking pictures. And Tina was like, "This guy, you got to see this guy."
So referrals are the way to go. Yeah.
That's really how it comes together. You know.
And Greg, your first headlining. So Greg, was your first show at the Dirty at 12:30 a headlining spot, or was it just a guest spot?
I think it was a guest spot. I think a feature spot.
Yeah, I think it was a spot of some sort.
I have yet to see Greg Wilson as Dirty at 12:30, and that's actually one of the things that I would actually pay $1,000 to watch. I've heard stories about this guy just monstering it.
2 out of 3 chance. You have a 2 out of 3 chance of seeing me do great, and a 1 out of 3 chance of seeing a total train wreck.
Welcome to Club Kabeezy, Greg.
I should say 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 was 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5.
You got no idea how similar you fucking are. and I just have to sit and take it, and I'm laughing my ass off watching, because I've seen both of you repeat fucking jokes.
Oh yeah, we're a shit show. I'll give you that. We should print that on our tickets, Greg. 1 out of 5 is going to be.
No one told you to start the show, and 1 out of 5 is a stinker. I'm just telling you right. Yeah, but the other 4 off the chart
are fire.
Because I just realized right now, both of you have done Amazing at the Dirty, Needle in a Haystack. You guys ate a bag of dicks.
Ooh.
And both of you cry on my chest after the show.
Oh, yeah. We don't even know what happened.
It was the worst.
Which is like, when are we going up? You already went up and the show is canceled. Oh, shit. Don't you remember June? I killed it in June. That's the problem with psychopaths.
I was just like, I was following him around going, was it that bad? Was it that bad? Was it that bad? That's what I kept asking him. Was it that bad? Was it that bad? I couldn't stop saying it.
You know, it's bad when Gabe takes like 5 minutes to talk to you. You want some water? I'm like, oh, shit, no.
I remember one time Wilson was at another club in town, and he brings his host and feature acts. He brings them to the show. And he's talking shit to the openers. Listen, guys, you need to pay attention because I am a master and I'm going to be running a clinic of my shit tonight. Okay, Greg, we'll watch your set. And it's, you remember what we were talking about earlier? Just
been there.
It was a very quick descent into hell. I really ate a lot. It's like I tripped on the top stair onto the stage and just landed on a bag of dicks in my mouth.
That's what happened. You just stopped there right in the land of dicks. Yeah, well.
Yes. So what are you gonna do?
Well, listen, man.
Although if you gotta want to hear that story, you have to hear Jay Hollingsworth or Ken Garr tell that story.
No, Greg, you're in luck because I got Jay on tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Ask him about it. No. Because there was a whole story. I didn't just tell them I was going to crush. I dramatically, gave a set the scene of what was about to inspire, and then the bag of dicks.
Yeah, I've never seen Greg be like that.
Yeah, and listen, I've never seen Greg do that because I've always seen you fucking massacre beyond belief. And it is embarrassing when that one show hits out of every. And I love hearing other comics that have never killed come up to you and be like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, don't touch me. Talk to me like that. You will never do either one of those things. You can't bomb as hard as me and you can't kill as hard as me. Do you understand me? You can't do nothing that I do. 10 out of 10 on
How
both
did you even get this close to me?
But I can tell you guys, because I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys, the 7-year anniversary of the Dirty at 12:30 was supposed to be Memorial Day weekend.
Next weekend.
So the South Point is already excited about this 7-year anniversary. They're just waiting for the governor to allow them to open the doors. So and it looks like it's going to be a 2-night deal for both of us, for all of us.
I can't wait.
And if we can because I want to bring Corey and Chad the Smash Brothers in. Trix is supposed to be in town. DJ Cooch is supposed to be in town. Just basically my favorite people. And let's just rock it up. But we might be in the showroom, guys. We might not even be in the lounge where we normally are. We might be in the showroom.
I am counting down the days. Before I wrap this up, I just want to say 2 things. Number 1, obviously, I missed the hell out of you guys. Number 2, I just want to say, hopefully that'll happen, Gabe. I know this totally sucks. The best show in Vegas is just dark right now. Greg, you're one of the best comics I've ever met personally. We all met in Laughlin together, right? That was the first time I met Greg, the GOAT.
That's right. That was such a great weekend.
No, we need to get back in Laughlin. Those were legendary shows, probably the peak of my career. Like, Gabe, geez.
Yeah, it's my fault you guys met. Then it became the sports fanatics that you guys are. And we're driving from Laughlin to Vegas and doing a stupid sports podcast the whole fucking way.
That was awesome.
It was the first time that it was me and Greg trolling somebody that was fucking up worse than us. And we're like, I see why we look stupid. Thumbs up. Let's erase us from the history books. Before I go, I want to keep this short and sweet. So I want you guys, I do love you guys. I miss you guys. I want to do another one with the three of us again next week, so we can just keep updated on everything. I know we were supposed to have the biggest comedy show in Vegas next week, and unfortunately, hopefully it'll come back. Greg, if there's anything you'd like to plug social media wise.
Just look up Greg Romero Wilson on everything and you'll find me.
Greg Wilson, one of the best comics in the game. When he comes back, and when we're all back, we can't wait to entertain you. Gabe Lopez, Godfather of Las Vegas, one of my favorite people in the world. I know Dirty for 1230, the best show in the West. Hopefully that'll be. Do you have any new information coming on when possibly it could be coming back, or are you just kind of stale right now?
Well, I've been promised 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, just like I'm sure you guys have. So right now, the South Point itself is shooting for a June 1st opening. So let's see if that sticks, because it definitely looks like if the governor doesn't get involved, it looks like some resorts will be opening Memorial Day weekend here in Vegas. It just won't be the South Point.
Well, you keep us updated. The day that's open, we will be there. We can't wait to see you guys. And again, this has been another episode of Lockdown with Kabeezy with two of my favorite people, Gabe, Greg. Thank you so much for being on the show. I love you guys. I miss you guys, and I can't wait to craft.
Love you so much, man. You're the best.
Mwah. I love you guys.
Love you guys.
Follow them on Facebook, and we will see you guys soon. Take care, guys.
Au revoir.
Take care.